Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, and it's time for Hearthstone, another deck guide. And today I have a Rush Hunter, one that a lot of people saw more around the turn of the year. And it's a good deck. It's gotten a lot of solid counters to it, but I think to the point where you see a lot of taunts, you make some adjustments, and you try and go on. I still have some relatively good success with this deck. It's not perfect by any stretch, but let's go ahead and talk about it first. You can see that if you watch my last Hearthstone video, I have a shiny Leeroy Jenkins that I threw in there. I previously was not playing this with Leeroy Jenkins. It's probably the only legendary I'd recommend in here. If you don't have it, that's okay. The deck that I used to run with it, actually I would sub out one of the Ironbeak Owls, which this is like the deck that I used to run. No, it's not what I want at all. Anyway, I used to have Scavenging Hyenas in it. It's a good card. It combos with a lot of things that are very nice in here, including Unleash the Hounds. But you don't have to have Leeroy in here at all. However, I would not go for anything like Reckless Rocketeer or anything that's 6 mana. It's just too expensive. You want to be done with the game by turn 6 with this deck. You can see there's a bunch of weenies here. Timberwolf is great for buffing your beast. Explosive Trap is important. Misdirection is very important for putting damage on your opponent if at all possible. But Unleash the Hounds is kind of the key crux of this deck. And part of the key crux of the counter as well. When you play a hunter, you do not want to play more than 2 creatures. That's your tip of the day. I don't want to call myself a pro or anything because I'm not. But if you play a taunt, that's great. If you can play 2 creatures or less, you don't get as much value from Unleash the Hounds. But if someone spams the board, they're going to eat it just a little bit. Ironbeak Owls are very important for taking out taunts. At least taking that down, because if you drop an early taunt and you get an Ironbeak Owl, it's silenced, and yeah, it may be able to attack you back, but it's not going to stop me from attacking. But otherwise, Loot Hoarder is just to try and get other things, and it's a cheapy rusher deck. Starving Buzzard combos beautifully with Unleash the Hounds for card draw, and there's not a ton of beast in this deck, but there's enough. Animal Companion is one of the heaviest lifting hunter cards, pretty much one of the staples there. Eaglehorn Bow, you pretty much want to go to the face with it. Kill Command is awesome if you can combo it with beast, but Arcane Golem, finisher, Leeroy Jenkins, finisher, Leeroy Jenkins, combos beautifully with Unleash the Hounds because it gives your opponent extra whelps or extra units. So if they're trying to play careful and play only 1 or 2 creatures, they immediately have 2 more, which just makes Unleash the Hounds that much stronger. So, there you go. Brief deck explanation. Let's go ahead and play. Alright, so let's take a look at a game with this. And you're going to see, oh boy, so I'm playing against a Hunter Rush as well, more than likely. When you're at rank 15, 14, this is typically the type of Hunter that you see. So this is going to be an interesting mirror match. And what it's really going to come down to, more than anything else, is who gets what cards they need when they need it. And usually that does not favor me in these matchups just from an RNG standpoint. I did not mulligan anything. He mulliganed quite a bit. I am going to be prioritizing playing my charge. I'm not going to be playing Arcane Golem until the end, if I can avoid it. I actually did screw up my recording and accidentally play a different deck where I played a Hunter Rush deck and lost barely at the end. So, yay. So he's playing a different variety here. Gold Tracking, that's cute. I assume all Hunter decks are Rush decks until otherwise, so while you want to get the buff from Abusive Sergeant if you can, playing it turn 1 is probably better, so that's why I did that. Typically you want to be like, hey, let's give this charge unit more damage, but by that point you just be getting healthier. So he's picking a card, taking his dear sweet time. Coin, and is he really going to kill this with a card? Because if he does, I'll take that. Not great, but I'll take it. So let's go ahead and do this. And I almost hit in turn. You don't want to do that. Just like blah blah blah. It's a charge card. Actually charge with it. Alright, so like I said, I don't care too much about my ranking at this point. Right now he does have a little bit of the upper hand just with more cards in his deck. Me getting 2 Arcane Golems is awful right now, just awful. These are cards that I want at the end of my hand, not right now. So I really want to get something else right here in a little bit. But we'll see what he has. If he's, that's probably an Explosive Trap, that's okay. Please something else to play. There we go. Let's just go ahead and trigger the Explosive Trap. It's not going to be Misdirection at this point. So that's more damage to me. Some damage to him from the Leper Gnome. Alright though I do get a Wolf Rider, so that's nice. So now I'm getting some stuff to play. And that's why you trigger the Explosive Trap first, guys. You don't want to have your 1 health minions all dying. Now he's probably not playing multi-shot or anything. It's probably, like I said, oh boy, it's the second Explosive Trap, or it's Misdirection. So we'll see about that. Like I said, just it's going to be coming more down to who gets what cards when. Let's go ahead and see again. If it's this, probably Explosive Trap. No, Misdirection. Interesting. Ah, that's unlucky. Okay, well, you know what? That's better than me taking damage to the face at this point, so I will handle it. Because right now I'm playing things and he's not, and if he's waiting for an Unleash the Hounds wombo combo, he's not going to get it. In fact, I have 8 damage in my hand, 3 on here. Oh boy, so that's the second explosive trap. That is just like secret hell. I don't know what he's waiting for necessarily, but okay, so that's not going to be happening this turn. I'll probably just kill command here, assuming this is not misdirection. There we go. Alright. I don't like kill commanding right here, but I don't really have any other plays at this point. Because he keeps killing my shit. And what this means is that I can do 12 damage next turn, if he doesn't taunt. And like I said, that's going to be kind of a big deal if he does taunt or doesn't taunt. Typically these decks don't run taunts. Please don't be a taunt. It's a fucking secret. Oh my god, so it has to be misdirection or freezing trap or something. So I want to save this for kind of the end game here, or it's snipe. Alright, well, you know what? Let's go for glory right here. I'll at least do some damage. Maybe I can draw some creatures out. It's not my favorite. So let's hear. He got all of his secrets right now. All of them. Alright, so let's hear. That is 6 mana right there. I'm not going to put a bunch of creatures down and then let him combo kill me right here. And maybe I've already screwed myself with that, but let's hear it, because that's... Unleash the Hounds is not going to even do anything. Like I said, it just comes down to the cards. I really hope I can pull it out. I really wanted to win last turn. I feel like I played it okay. It's just all of them. He got all of his misdirects. He got all of his explosive traps. He hasn't even played a creature. I'm a little worried about that because I kind of don't want this to be something that can kill me. So Unleash the Hounds. Is there going to be a Timberwolf there? Here's an Abusive Sergeant. So okay, that's good. He's trying to trade with me. That means oh god, he played 2 creatures too. So yeah, I have this one. I think Eagle Horn Bow definitely means I have it, because let's see here. Let's go ahead and play the Arcane Golem. Let's play you. So that's 6 damage and 9. Don't even have to bother with Unleash the Hounds. So there we go. I rush to win. If you're in a Hunter versus Hunter match and you're forced to trade with somebody else, that means you're having a bad time. So yay, I won. You can see I don't get my win streak start anymore because I did that before. I think I actually have a quest for 100 wins. Yeah, so that's nice. Let's play another. Yay. You know how I like to do this. I like to try and play 2 just to give you all a roundabout idea of the deck. So you saw kind of what a Hunter Rush deck looks like against a Hunter Rush deck. And he got all of... I have run 1 misdirect. He runs 2. And that was interesting because maybe he wanted to get more creatures out. Or maybe not. I really don't know. But for now, we're just going to see what other matchup we can get. Maybe it'll be a Hunter. It'd be a little sad to be 3 Hunters in a row, though. Okay, good. Shaman. Shaman rank 12. That's actually really nice, because I'm going to have to deal with some taunt totems for this. I actually really do not like Starving Buzzard early, so I typically sacrifice it. Kill command is nice to have. These are good cards. I'm going to get rid of kill command, though. I may regret it later. I'll keep the Eagle Horn Bow. It's going to clean up some totems. And 3... okay, this is crazy to me. My deck is like mostly 1s and 2s, and I get all 3s. All 3s all the time. At least I have a coin. Okay, so there's a Leper Gnome. That's what we like to see. So turn 2's probably going to be... I don't know. I flip between Animal Companion or Wolf Rider. I guess it's going to come down to if he has a Taunt Totem or not.
Mind if I roll
Loot Hoarder. Okay, so it's going to be... Okay, so it's not going to be Animal Companion now, because Starving Buzzard. Maybe I just Steady Shot here, but nah. Because I can Eagle Horn Bow and keep doing damage to the face. Because right now his Wolf Rider can kill me. Let's hit that anyway. I want to coin something. might as well be the Wolf Rider, because there may be some better targets, or some necessary targets for the Eagle Horn Bow. And this is kind of the different mindset you have to get into with these rush decks, is that you are going for the face. You just don't have a choice. That is what you set up this deck to do. That's what it's going to do. He gets Pagely though, so I'm going to have to deal with that. But not that way. So I guess the question now is, do I just let him get cards? Do I feed him cards? That is an interesting conundrum to be in at this point. Let's see here. Well, let's go ahead and Eagle Horn anyway. I'll tap Pagel because I don't want him to get all kinds of cards. And maybe I'll get something to pair with the Explosive Trap. So he's going to do a little bit of damage to me. This is slowing me down. I don't like that. Well, he did overload himself. So let's see here. Kill command's going to be good. Let's go ahead and just do this. I want to get the extra charge if I can. It's a greedy play, but it's the play I'm doing. Because I can Starving Buzzard, Animal Companion. I'd love for that to be a charge boar. But it probably won't be. Question is now, what does he have? Because five is a interesting place for Shaman, because there's a lot of good 6s and stuff that you can play too. But for now, trigger the Explosive Trap first. Get an extra card. I get an extra charge. That's what I want. There we go. That's one of the most common counters you get to this deck. Oh, and Flame Tongue as well. That is a thing of beauty right there. Well, that's interesting. Do I silence? I don't really need the silence so much, do I? There's some interesting choices here. Because I can Starving Buzzard, kill command, and kill this and go to the face. Because I probably... Let's go ahead and do the thing that I know I'm going to have to... I could take less damage here by doing this. I want to use my kill command as direct damage, but obviously that's not happening now, so... Let's go ahead and... Once again, if you're having to trade, it's not always a great thing, but... You do what you gotta do, so... Maybe I could have played Starving Buzzard and played that a little bit better instead, but I really do not like the Flame Tongue Totem in this matchup. So I'll take a little bit of damage there for now. Save this for next time. But there's one Feral Spirit gone. And he's overloaded himself, so he's not going to be dropping a Fire Elemental this turn. I will want to go back to going for the face next turn. But he's probably going to get a Taunt Totem here, because it's always a Taunt Totem. Actually, no, Spell Power Totem. Interesting. Interesting. I would love an Unleash the Hound top deck, but I'm not getting it. That's okay. Alright, so... Let's go for the face, because I got another Eagle Horn Bow. Let's play you. And let's play you. It is a Bear City. Alright. If I don't keep going for the face here, I'm in trouble.
Job's done.
Now, do I have a win in my hand? Maybe. 7 mana is not what I'd like, but he probably has a big taunt that he can drop here in a minute, but this 4/4 taunt's nice. He's going to have to deal with it in some way, shape, or form. There's the Fire Elemental that I was worried about. I'm glad he's taking out the Starving Buzzard with that. And Lightning Bolt. Alright, so that's where Spell Power Totems can really hurt you sometimes. So Explosive Trap, very nice to have. I don't have a win in my pocket right now. So we're just going to Eagle Horn, this, go for the face, go for the face. If he doesn't taunt, oh, go for the face. I mean, at least I have steady shots, and I have 2 damage here. So, if he attacks my face, I might be able to win next turn. If he has Earthen Ring Shaman, or something he can heal with, I'm in trouble. If he has a Bloodlust horrible combo, I'm in trouble. But that's why I don't like leaving the Flame Tongue Totem unattended to, because that can really hurt. Now, he's not going to be able to drop an Earth Elemental because he has 7 of 8. And he may have an Earth Elemental in his hand that he wants to drop. What I really don't want to see right now is Feral Spirit. But like I said, I can deal with it if he does have it. But yeah, this is a... Shaman's an interesting place right now, because a lot of people say Shaman is just as good, if not better, than Druid, or right up there. but you got to play very control-y with it, and this deck loves control-y people. So that he has to, okay, that he's Earth Shocking, that's pretty good for me. Giving a minion Wind Fury, so he's gonna go for the face hard. There's the Explosive Trap, and I think he may, there we go, so there's a surrender, because I had the win next turn, and that's what you do with these rush decks. You try your best to make the board as favorable for you as possible, and that can work, but then just, there's something to be said about just going for the face, trying to do direct damage, and doing what you can. So I don't know if that made a lot of sense, but we're just going to look at the deck one more time. You saw there, actually, interestingly enough, I had just thrown Leeroy into that deck just to be like, I have a legendary Leeroy Jenkins, but I did not get a chance to play him. He didn't actually come into my hand at all. And that's kind of the strength or backbone of this deck. If you drop somebody down from 30 to 0 in just 5 or 6 turns, it can get ugly for him. And you see there, Ironbeak Owl is important, and I could have possibly taken out a Feral Spirit with that down, but I wanted to silence the Flame Tongue Totem there, and that's just more because that leaves favorable trades later on, or that Wind Fury Fire Elemental with Totem there might have been enough to wreck me potentially. So at least with the Feral Spirit's possibly doing damage too. So that's where you get the Flame Tongue out of. But Ironbeak, very good, 2-drop, does some aggro damage eventually, but the silence is golden. Notice that I didn't have to play Unleash the Hounds. I had it in my hand at the end, but the game was already in hand by that point. Explosive Trap is good because it does direct damage as well. Kill Command, you want to hold it for Beast when you can, but do not marry yourself to that. You don't necessarily have to do that. But otherwise, that's it for now. This is Way to Fail with just another look at a deck that you can build for relatively not expensive. Like I said, Leeroy is not a requirement. The backbone of this deck is this cheap stuff up here. I mean, this is just icing on the cake if you can get it. But otherwise, hope you enjoyed it. Like what you saw, feel free to comment or subscribe. Feel free to tear into my play as much as you want to. If you think I sucked or did something bad, tell me why. It's only going to make me better. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time.